We're going to unleash hell here in December.
And again, it's back over to Brown. A couple of blockers in front of him. He goes right down the sideline. Is Brown breaking it? 50 yards and a touchdown. His first postseason.
By Rodgers, they got some slot receivers.
2nd and 7, and what a catch by Brown, and he slashes right past the secondary, and he's taken off for a second touchdown in the first 8 minutes. Dangerfield comes into the secondary for Pittsburgh for Davis, and Moore lost the football again. Ball comes out. Steelers all around it. Mike Mitchell looked to have forced it, the fumble, and it's a Steeler recovery. On IR, Harrison did not start. Here's a 1st and 10 throw. Moore, he intercepted. That is Shazier. Ajayi brings him down.
Ball play well.
3rd and 5. They go to Bell. Bell slashes. He's got the record postseason. And this game comes to a close.
We're going to unleash hell here in December.
Scoreless, 3rd and 12. McCarron wearing no glove and gets picked off by Antoine Blake.
Bill advised on there. It's one of the one times he took a shot in the game, and it was horrible.
More. 6-0 now in the 3rd. McCarron hit by Jarvis Jones. That's a fumble. Pick it up. Big fella Canta. No!
Ball.
Now it's William Gay who returns it to the house. He did that with a pick 6 in their earlier meeting in Cincinnati. He got flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. Now McCarron actually lost the ball. That's ruled a fumble. Big fella Cam Thomas is ruled down. Big Ben called out Martavis Bryant this week, said he had to grow up and toughen up.
I got you.
How's this for a catch? The somersault, and the ball was between his twins
got you,
and
big
on
brother.
his hamstring.
This is great, man. This was a great catch. And focus and concentration. And that's the way to finish.
In his last 2 games combined, 1 catch, 6 yards. Bryant had a huge evening in Cincinnati. Steelers would go for 2. They would fail, so it's just 15-0 at that point. Kind of maybe an odd decision for Tomlin at the time. But look at that catch. Even Odell Beckham Jr. on top. And so all they got to do is maybe run it out.
We can turn out the
kick a
lights,
field
right?
goal.
We can turn out the lights.
But Jeremy Hill hasn't stripped by Shazier. Ross Cockrell recovers it, and the Steelers are back in business. What a great play by Ryan Shazier, ripping it out.
A lot of Bengals fans threw something at the TV right then.
So Big Ben comes back into the game, 4th and 3 on their own 41 with under 30 to go. Roethlisberger, Brown.
Great route. Great route. Pick route on the linebacker. Antonio goes inside, dips out, move the chains.
And then the biggest play of the game. Roethlisberger incomplete to Brown, but you see a late flag. That's on Vontaze Burfict, leading with his shoulder to the head of Brown, who Mike Tomlin would later say was concussed. So that's a personal foul. And then Steelers outside linebackers coach Joey Porter comes out on the field to check on the health of his player, and he gets into it with Pac-Man Jones, who gets flagged for a personal foul as well. So if you're keeping track, that's 30 yards in penalties on the Bengal on 1 play alone without the Steelers even completing a pass.
Wow.
So Mike Tomlin has seen enough. With 18 seconds left, he sends out his field goal kicker, Chris Boswell, for the winner. The Steelers are moving on, and Marvin Lewis is again going home.
We're going to unleash hell here in December.
Win the North, and if it happens in this game, they'll be the number. Look to his right to Le'Veon Bell. He'll come back to the middle. Caught, held on to Xavier Grimble. 45-yarder. High snap. Cook couldn't handle it. A dozen times. Weddle blitzing off the edge. Can't get there. Roethlisberger downfield. Complete. Eli Rogers on the run. They burn the safety blitz with a big game. Hamstring injury. Bunch of young receivers out there. Almost miscommunication. Bell gets it. Bell turns on the speed. Le'Veon Bell rings up 6 for the Steelers. Bell in the backfield. Brown on bottom of the screen. Roethlisberger surveys on the move. So good in these scramble situations. Dumps it to Bell. And Le'Veon Bell takes it in for the touchdown. Drive starts at the 25. Roethlisberger quickly out to his tight end, Jesse James.
Baltimore's continued to look like they want to pressure him now.
Roethlisberger throws left. Brown got it. Got the first down. Got out of bounds. They travel with the top receiver, so Brown wants to find right to stay up there. His pressure hasn't got there from the safety spot yet. Roethlisberger throws. It's complete. Against Miami, had the meniscus surgery, missed one game. First down throw is caught by DeMarcus Ayers, his first reception. Second and 1. Ravens pressure. Roethlisberger escapes. The crosser is Eli Rogers at the 20-yard line. Steelers finally get a line. 3 receivers to the top. Roethlisberger throws underneath. It's caught by Kobe Hamilton. The 14 to try to take the ball away from him. They can't. Let's see if Pittsburgh, they will, use their final timeout. 32 seconds left. 3rd and 4.
All right.
Roethlisberger back. Looking end zone. Throws underneath. Caught by James, the tight end, to the 3. It's a first down. They should have plenty of time to spike it. Kill the clock. The ball was fumbled on the exchange there. One of the Ravens tried to get in the way. And now they will kill it.
Here we go.
This is 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger looks, crosser, Brown, he caught it, fights to the goal line, breaks the plane, touchdown Pittsburgh! That might win them the division!
Great drive. Well executed. If he doesn't reach with the ball, the clock may run out. The reach with the football at the end of the run gets him across the goal line.
Wow.
If not, the clock is running with 9 seconds left.
And you saw Weddle and Mosley. What strength by Antonio Brown. There were 3 Ravens there trying to do exactly what Doug was saying. 2 of them eventually on the hit. 9 seconds remaining. Flacco gets it out quick. Pit in the middle of the field to the 41. 4 seconds. Timeout. Likely the final play of the game. We're going to work underneath here, and that is deflected and intercepted. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have won the AFC North title. The Christmas gift to Steeler fans is 31.
We're going to unleash hell here in December.
And the Ravens take 3. Big Ben Roethlisberger has won his last 6 starts against Joe Flacco.
I don't know about him.
And the Ravens opening kickoff. Ladarius Webb finds a seam.
That's not the way you want to start, but look at the kicker making a play.
Sean Sweetham wraps him up. Now Webb gets up, but as you see right there, his elbow is down. Mike Tomlin challenged, and he won. And so the Ravens offense had to back it up 14 yards, and they couldn't do anything with it. On the ensuing Steelers possession, Rashard Mendenhall comes up with a 2-yard gain, but look at Hines Ward, that Reed getting after it.
Yeah, I don't know why the flag's thrown on Hines Ward there. I mean, he's just playing good, hard, physical football like he's known for. He didn't grab a face mask. He didn't hold.
You get a restraining order for that kind of stuff, Coach.
3rd and 12. Big Ben Roethlisberger to Mike Wallace. 20 yards and a Steelers first down. On the very next play, it is Roethlisberger looking for Mike Wallace. Deep downfield, Josh Wilson called for pass interference. You agree?
It's a good call, a little panic on the play from the defender. He just showed Mike Wallace catching some short. Now you're going to take him deep. I like the play call.
Rashard Mendenhall playing in his first career playoff game. Remember, he was hurt when they won the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Steelers on top, 7-0. Here come the Ravens on a 3rd and 3. Joe Flacco to T.J. Houshmandzadeh. 9 yards and a first down. And then watch this. Hyde Taylor with a little headbutt there that the officials didn't see.
I like that. They like that. This is what you get in this type of game. This is the physicality and the nastiness that these 2 teams provoke.
3rd and 15. Flacco. Incomplete to Derek Mason. Anthony Madison called for pass interference. So a couple of big pass interference calls early on. 2nd and 10 now. Ray Rice rolls in from
14 yards away. Ties the game at 7. His first career touchdown against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so the Steelers trying to make something happen. Terrell Suggs lights up Ben Roethlisberger, and nobody wants to pick up the football. No whistle. It's a live ball. Corey Redding is there, scoops it up, and it's a touchdown for the Ravens. This is unbelievable. First off, even if you think it's an incomplete pass because the ball goes forward, but it's clear that it's not, Coach, our player's not all over this football.
Yeah, I mean, you've been told since you were in Pop Warner football, play to the whistle, play through the whistle, but only a couple guys did there. It ends up being a Baltimore touchdown.
First of all, you can't pump a ball 3 times and expect not to get sacked. Let's start right there.
Mike Tomlin challenged the ruling on the field as a fumble, but the ruling on the field stood, so right away the Steelers were out of challenges. Rashard Mendenhall, he loses the rock. Ed Reed there to recover. Tomlin couldn't challenge because he was out of challenges, but he would have lost that challenge as well. That ball clearly out early. 3 plays later now for the Ravens on a 3rd and 7. It's Flacco. Nice job moving out of the pocket. It's Ray Rice who's able to avoid Troy Polamalu, which we don't see very often.
That's 2 missed tackles by Troy Polamalu early in this game.
So the Ravens pick up a first down. 3rd and goal now. Flacco to Todd Heap. Heap had a record 10 catches for over 100 yards a week ago, and he gets a touchdown there. And Baltimore rolling 21-7. Steelers trying to make something happen. Big Ben to Emmanuel Sanders for a 13-yard gain. And now here comes Sean Sweezum to add 3 points this year. 8 of 9 from 40 yards or longer. But he's wide left on a 43-yard field goal. So the Steelers go into the locker room down 2 touchdowns at half. But in the 3rd quarter, early on, there were signs that the tide was starting to change. Ray Rice hadn't fumbled a football in over 400 touches. But Lamar Woodley there to recover after Ryan Clark pokes it out.
Yeah, he got sloppy with the football. You got to tuck that thing away when you're in traffic, especially when you're on the road. Boy, turnovers on the road will kill you.
So here comes Mendenhall, 14 yards for a first down. And on a 1st and goal, it is Big Ben to Heath Miller. You keep giving the Steelers offense opportunities, Prime. They're going to take advantage of it.
And they're going to take advantage. Big Ben is going to deliver the ball where it needs to go. He's a heads-up quarterback and well aware of the defense.
21-14, Steelers down by 7. Ravens looking for a big chunk here. Flacco, though, too far for Todd Heap. Ryan Clark is there. What a game Ryan Clark had.
Ryan Clark came up big today. An ill-advised pass. First down. You don't try to just take over right then.
He was too deliberate. He was too deliberate in his delivery.
Great turnover.
3rd and 6. Big Ben to Ward. Touchdown. And all of a sudden, we're tied up at 21. And it looked like we were going down to the wire for another classic Ravens-Steelers matchup. The last 4 games between these 2 teams decided by 3 points. Ravens having issues. Joe Flacco fumbles the snap. Brett Kiesel was there, Coach. What is going on with this football team in the 3rd quarter?
It seemed to me that they got a little flustered. All of a sudden, the momentum that the Pittsburgh Steelers started to gain, started to work on their psyche, the crowd gets into it, and they got a little bit flustered. And then that's not typical of a Ravens team because that's a tough-minded football team.
Great job by Ben Roethlisberger here. He did it a couple times, acted like he was just trying to draw the Ravens offside, and then finally went under center. Quick snapped it.
Being 6'5", 260.
That
helps a little bit, Frank.
As well. Gets away. Right there, Terrell Suggs wraps him up. Terrell Suggs had a great day. 3 sacks on the day. 5 sacks in 2 playoff games this year. Led to a Sean Sweezum field goal, 24-21 Pitt on top. Flacco harassed by James Harrison on a 3rd and 11. And Harrison injured on the play, but Harrison given credit for the sack. He also had a monster day. So on the ensuing Steelers possession on a 3rd and 7, the Ravens get what they want, a 3 and out. So they're forced to punt, trying to get back into this ball game. And it is Webb who makes a nice spin move there. Head left with some room, weaving his way. 55 yards for the touchdown. But there's a flag on the play. Marcus Smith called for holding. Ticky-tack, Deanna, legitimate.
No, legitimate. This was a game-changing play right at this moment.
So instead of getting a touchdown there and the lead, Baltimore is going to end up having to settle for a field goal as Flacco hits Todd Heap. It's a 21-yard gain. And here's why on 3rd and goal, Anquan Bolden hits him right in his chest. This is why they went out and got him.
Yeah, 2 veteran receivers let him down at crucial moments in tonight's game, and you wouldn't think that out of those 2 guys.
Bolden had just 1 reception on the day. Billy Cundiff from 24 yards away. Cundiff on his way to the Pro Bowl. Game tied up at 24. Steelers get it back. 3rd and 10. Big play right there to Hines Ward. Ward's been making those kind of catches his entire career. 12 yards. Now on a 3rd and 19. Antonio Brown, this is the first year of his career. And he comes up big. It's a 58-yard grab down to the Ravens 4.
How can you allow someone to beat you deep, 3rd and 19, in a playoff game? Unbelievable.
And a little David Tyree action from 3 years ago. Ravens still have all 3 timeouts. 3rd and goal. It's Mendenhall, and he pushes his way into the end zone. Mendenhall with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. Steelers on top 31-24. There's a penalty on the play. Chris Kemoatu, what are you doing?
What are you thinking?
Well, he got away with it earlier in the game. They caught him this time, and it cost him.
And so the Steelers have to back the ball all the way up to their 15 to kick it off. And look at the great field position the Ravens are going to get. LaRon McClain inside Pittsburgh territory to the 48. And so the Ravens trying to tie this game. Joe Flacco looking for Derek Mason. Almost picked off by William Gay.
Way to go up to his highest point to try to retrieve the ball.
Yeah, nice job by Mason. Try to knock it loose. 3rd and 10. Ziggy Hood drops Flacco.
I love that name.
The Ravens used their last time out with 1:09 left. So here we go. 4th and 18. And Joe Flacco with a perfect pass, but T.J. Houshmandzadeh cannot squeeze it. Unbelievable, Coach.
Yeah, well, first Bolden drops one in the end zone, and then T.J. Houshmandzadeh drops this one. When you got that caliber player needs to make that type of play. That's
We're going to unleash hell here in December.
Steelers going at it. Rex Ryan, after knocking out the New England Patriots, trying to make it 3 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks bagged in a row. LaDainian Tomlinson trying to take Santonio Holmes and the Jets back to the Super Bowl for the first time in 42 years.
We asked for this a long time ago. We ain't got to do nothing but play like a Jet.
LT's never played in a Super Bowl, 4 quarters away, but the Steelers came out on fire in this game, even though early on Ben Roethlisberger can't complete it to Emmanuel Sanders. We did see a lot of Ed Hockley early on. That's 5 yards on Antonio Cromartie right there.
People today.
3 plays later, 5th play of the drive, Ben Roethlisberger to Mike Wallace. Move the chains on 3rd down. Just gets enough the first down. Move the chains. There are the chains that are moved.
Generous spot.
7 plays later, 12th play of the drive. Roethlisberger doing what he does.
That will be the theme. I like that, Rich.
And he knew where that yellow line was on the field.
12-yard gain on 3rd and 12. Move the chains. And then Roethlisberger to Hines Ward.
Doing
what he does.
What he does. I like that. Play with that, Rich.
Move the chains down to the 1-yard line. Pump fakeage all over the place. Marquise Pouncey, however, their Pro Bowl rookie all-world center, did not emerge from this play healthy. As you saw, Brian Thomas of the Jets rolled up on his leg. He would leave the game and leave the field on crutches. However, back on the field, Rashard Mendenhall and the running game came out and hit the Jets in the ground and pound. 9-minute drive to start the game, 15 plays, 7-0 Steelers. The Jets go 3 and out. Roethlisberger's pass intended for Emmanuel Sanders is incomplete, but Eric Smith is called for hitting a defenseless receiver.
I don't agree with this one.
Michael, you're
it was right here. And he pulled up off of the hit. It wasn't a run through.
So
tried to avoid it.
Tack on 15 yards. 4 plays later, Roethlisberger's pass on 4th and 1. They went for it. It's a freezing night in Pittsburgh. It was a 50-plus yard field goal, which is tough in Heinz Field in any conditions. So it's picked off by Brian Thomas.
He rushed that.
And that's the way the Steelers turn it over. But the offense of the Jets could not get anything going early on, but Richard Mendenhall put 35-yard gain.
This looks like the old Steelers where they're going to pound you down and run the football and control it on the clock.
Isaac Redmond that gets on the act 2 plays later. However, the Jets defense would stiffen from here on out, hold the Steelers to just a field goal. It's 10-0. Now we show you a Jets offensive play midway through the six-minute mark of the second quarter. It's an incomplete pass. Jericho Cotchery can't grab the deflected ball. 4th punt of the game for the Jets already, while Roethlisberger was cruising, finds his security blanket.
Doing what he does.
Buying himself more time in the pocket and finding his tight end downfield. So good at that.
He sidesteps pressure. He extends a play, and if he extends it to the right.
Keep your eyes downfield. Keep your eyes downfield, big fella. Nice throw.
The Jets tried to keep him going left, but couldn't keep him from going right there. Bart Scott and Antonio Cromartie, the rest of the Jets defense, left muttering themselves as Roethlisberger now throws left to Emmanuel Sanders. 2 plays after the Miller first down touchdown.
SMU.
2 plays later, Roethlisberger throws short to Mendenhall across the other side of the field. He slips, otherwise he might have gotten in the end zone down to the 2. Next play.
Marty didn't want that.
Thank you, Lord.
Roethlisberger does what he does.
Good coverage. There's nobody open, so Big Ben takes it himself.
The Steelers score the first 17 points of the game. Brian Thomas and the Jets left with their hands on their hips. Rex Ryan and the Jets were hit directly in the mouth. Less than 2 minutes to go in the half. Even more disaster. Sanchez goes down. He's sacked. William Gay. Lamar Woodley gets him, and then 2 plays later, Ike Taylor hits him as he throws. William Gay picks the ball up. The ball is loose. There is no whistle.
Blocking. Look at the downfield blocking.
And you can see Ed Hockley ruled a touchdown. It's in the last 2 minutes of the half as Sanchez is coming up holding his non-throwing elbow. The booth buzzes down, and it's an empty hand. This is a correct call. It does look like his arm's coming forward, but there's an empty hand. That's a fumble. And therefore, 6 more points for the Steelers, 24-0. Wow. That's the way the AFC Championship game started. However, the Jets got the ball back, got 3 points on the board before the end of the first half, and got the ball to start the second half and came out like Rex Ryan peeled some paint off the doors in the locker room. There's Sean Green with a 23-yard gain on the first play of the second half. He would be digged up. He would return. 3 plays later, 3rd and short. Santonio Holmes, his first catch of the game, a 16-yard pass play. And then the next play, Mark Sanchez with the fresh set of downs provided by Santonio. He makes a play, as does Holmes, down the field, 45-yard touchdown. Jets make it a 24-10 game.
Watch the corner, Mike. He falls down, he puts his hand up, and this is an improvise between a veteran receiver and a young quarterback. Well done.
Ensuing Steelers possession. Can the Jets get him 3 and out? They can, even though Chris Wilson almost picked off Roethlisberger. The ball goes right off the rookie's grill. And that is crucial because why are we showing the punt? It's usually a return or a boo-boo. And as you can see, it is neither except that boo-boo right there. Jamal Westerman is called for roughing Jeremy Kapanos, the punter. And that's essentially a turnover.
If you didn't know Jamal before the game, you know him now.
And it's not running into the game. It's roughing. It's 15 yards.
That's the big one.
So that puts the ball back in the Steelers' hands, right at midfield. Now they're on the plus side of the field. Ben Roethlisberger extending the play, but he goes to his left, which usually is the way you want him to go. And you can see what happens there. He throws it, a pick by Brodney Poole. So the Jets don't get burned. They just lose some field position and lose some time off the clock with that roughing the kicker. What do the Jets do with this opportunity? Braylon Edwards plants 1 foot out of bounds on 3rd down, so the Jets can't move the ball. They're still down 24-10, less than 90 ticks to go in the 3rd quarter when Trevor Price bags him some Ben Roethlisberger. Steelers now forced to punt. Ensuing Jets possession, needing some points. Can they get it right before the end of the 3rd quarter? They do get a first down at least. Braylon Edwards, 18-yard gain to the 37-yard line. 2 plays later, we are in the 4th quarter. And we see Mark Sanchez looking for his binky. That would be his tight end, Dustin Keller, Nice play on the sideline.
Nice throw up and over the top of the linebacker to the sidelines. Well done by Mark Sanchez.
3 plays later, 3rd and short. Sanchez goes for his tight end again. This one over the middle. Keller moved the chains. 3 plays later.
He's a tough matchup.
9th play of the drive. Sean Green on 3rd and 3 is stopped just shy.
That was a hit right there, man. A collision between 2 guys with the will to win.
Well, it was sort of helmet to helmet there, but it wasn't called. 4th and 1. What do? They give it to Sean Green over the right side, and he picks it up.
It's a power back. Now this guy reminds me of the other guy, Mendenhall.
2 plays later, 12th play of the drive. 2nd and 18 after a fumbled snap. Sean Green takes most of it right back as he trucks Ryan Clark for a 16-yard gain. First down at the 8-yard line. Next play, not first down, it's 3rd and 2. Now it's a first down. Mark Sanchez to Jericho Cotchery taken down at the 2.
Call.
3 plays later, 16th play of the drive, 3rd and 1. Sanchez almost picked by Lamar Woodley. But as you can see, there's less than 8 minutes to go now in the 4th quarter, and the Jets still haven't scored a point. They're still down by 2 touchdowns. And 4th and 1, LT is stopped. Stopped. The Jets take 8 minutes off the clock and score 0 points. Turnover on downs. Let's hit the way back machine. Why do we show this to you? Because the last time the Steelers were in this end zone against the Jets, it was in Week 15, and Jason Taylor came up with the safety. We showed you Marquise Pouncey's out of this game, their Pro Bowl young center. Here's a mishandled snap right there.
That's what you worry about with a new center in the game. It's a safety.
By Ben Roethlisberger. That is 2 more points for the New York Jets.
The ball never came up.
It's clearly the center's fault.
We'll get another shot at it.
So, the Jets now 24-12. What do with 7:30 to go? Sanchez avoids Woodley's rush, and he finds Braylon Edwards, who does get both feet down. Now with 7.5 minutes to go, it's 3rd and 1. Less than 6 minutes to go. Sanchez trips, handing the ball off to LT, who trips over his quarterback. It's now 4th and short again. Jets go into the air. First down, Braylon Edwards.
Nice call. Nice location. Threw it on the body, Mike, not out in front. Perfect location with football.
But they still need 2 scores, even with the safety. 4 minutes to go. Here's Dustin Keller, first down, but the clock is moving. Less than 4 minutes to go now for the Jets, needing 2 touchdowns to get the lead. 2nd and goal, 3 minutes to go. Here's Jericho Cotchery in the end zone.
It's a big play. 20 wide open.
24-19 as the Jets go for 1 and kick the ball off, needing to get the ball back. They had all 3 timeouts left. 2nd down, Roethlisberger rolls to his right, extends the play, finds Heath Miller to move the chains. The Jets have a 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts left, so they cannot afford to give up yet 1 more first down. Roethlisberger on 3rd and 6. Here's essentially the game. He extends the play to his right and on the run finds the receiver. The Steelers drafted to make up for the trade of Santonio Holmes. It's Antonio Brown who provides the game-winning first down, and Rex is dejected. Sanchez trying to rally the troops as
we're going to unleash hell here in December.
Steelers. Look in the middle. Ball's caught, and Ward is free. Cuts back middle. Hines Ward high-stepping it inside the 25. Ray Lewis finally runs him down. Ray Lewis comes all the way down to stop him, but not until it gains 45. 12 takeaways the last 8 games. 3rd and 3, Milwaldy Moore in, helping protect the quarterback. Roethlisberger throws it too high for Miller. Jared Redkowski is the snapper. Reed executes it. Thanks to a 45-yard hookup with Hines Reed. 3rd and 8. Flacco showing off that big arm and almost caught. That was Mark Clayton trying to haul it in. Edgar Jones, number 84, lining up at defensive end. He's also a backup tight end for the Ravens, and they're in on Roethlisberger, and they get him with Nata and Price.
Well, it was just such a line of scrimmage and just play the run. In fact, so far in this game, they've been dropping back, playing pass.
Picked off by Deshae Townsend. The rookie makes the big mistake early, mid-first. They had the call on Reed. But instead, they pick up the first down with Ward. Blitz. Roethlisberger deep. Ball caught. Holmes. They say he's down inches shy of the goal line.
It's been determined the receiver, in the process of making the catch, went to the ground and lost control of the ball. By rule, this is an incomplete pass.
Wow.
It'll be second down.
See Holmes.
The ball he placed at the left hash, just inside the 25-yard line.
He never even thought that was an option.
Baltimore
well, that is some
will
alert
not be
call
charged a
by
timeout.
John Harbaugh. We didn't even see the fact that the football came out, or I didn't when I was watching it live. But the fact here, watch as he catches it. Then when he puts his hand on the ground, you think, does that change the play? No. It came out because the defender was taking the receiver to the ground. You know, it looks like a tough little gym that we...
Here comes the safety blitz. Roethlisberger, always good at shaking it off. Gets the pass away and just throws it away. Back of the end zone. In that first matchup of the season, late September from 46 yards. And this one straightens out. And is good. The Steeler defense that limited San Diego to only 15 yards rushing last week. Third down, Flacco. William Gay defending, and it's over the head of Mason also. And Corey Ivy defending him. 3rd and 5. That's to Miller, and a diving catch by the tight end for the first.
Didn't look good running down. I watched him run down the field.
So these last 2 snaps, he's back out. Second and short, ball's out. Recovered by the Ravens. Recovered by Jim Leonard. Stripped by Ray Lewis.
Boy, so many times, Ray Lewis and these defenders, you call them 3 runners. They come in, they make the most of it. Here comes Ray Lewis across the formation and just hits. Cause that discomfort.
Back to a big play. 3rd and 1 Ravens. Looking for their first down. And, I tell you what. Woodley may not even realize that his body shielded and stopped the forward progress of McGahee. Adam Terry comes in for reinforcement on the Raven line.
Unbalanced line to the left.
Here's the sneak. Flacco, second chance, second effort. And it looks like they're going to mark him short of it. Polamalu was the first to come over the top.
Joe Flacco goes right with him. There's no power behind this.
Look at Polamalu over the top.
Oh my gosh, he's got him. No surge, and he stopped way short, but a late surge. Playing such a big running back and a big offensive line.
McClain has not had a carry.
And everybody is seeing these quarterback sneaks all over the league, and a lot of them don't work.
3rd down and 9. They're bringing everybody. Stepping away from it. Roethlisberger throws off balance, has Holmes. Holmes cuts back middle past Walker. Sidesteps another hit. Miller down there leading the charges. Washington's going to throw a block, and Holmes has taken it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. San Diego in on a lot of plays in the first half here. 2nd and 15. That's to Rice. Good stiff arm by the rookie. Picks up the first and barrels ahead. Ray Rice, the rookie out of Rutgers.
And it's hard for a young quarterback to adjust to that.
Has not completed a throw to a wide receiver to this point. 3rd and 10. Now he does. That's good for the first. Left foot got a little bit stuck in there. Eason landed on it, but he was able to walk off without much of a limp. Flacco, everyone around him, and he goes down for the sack. Aaron Smith, and a loss of 7. They run it with Moore. Bounced out by Walker. He had Sepulveda handling the duties at the start of the year. Then it was Berger, then Ernster, then back to Berger. Leonard's got a chance to run this one. Gets past the wave. Leonard inside the 40. Got to beat the punter. And Berger knocks the ball out. And Leonard down. But still a big return and the jolt that the Ravens needed. Flacco. Incomplete. Flag. Was going for Mason. McFadden on the coverage.
Pass interference. Number 20. Defense.
Oh, look at McGahee. He comes across the formation. What a block.
That's McGahee picking up Timmons.
And look at the arms, the contact before the football gets there.
First and goal. Got Nata lined up over there against Harrison. They go McGahee's in for the touchdown. Baltimore's on the board.
Well, what a turnaround. The shifting, the motion, and they just overloaded the left side. Hard for the Pittsburgh Steelers to catch the Steelers by surprise. If they wouldn't have done that, there's a good chance they might have been ahead because all they did was dig a hole for themselves.
As Timmons getting picked up on the blitz. Pass tipped and incomplete. They're grabbing hold of that one. 3rd down and 8. They blitz again. It's Carter coming in on them. Incomplete. Over the head of Hurst.
In front of the other.
The Steelers will have a chance for a little business before the half. Cook punts it 25-yard line. Holmes. Uh-oh. Holmes is free again. And Edgar Jones decks him at the 50.
He's the home run hitter when it comes to returning punts.
Clapping toward the Ravens bench. Somebody could have engaged him in a conversation. He may never seen the punt at all. Here's Roethlisberger. He's got a man wide open and it's dropped for a touchdown. Lima Swede, who had a drop last week.
Got a lot of results.
Here comes Ed Reed. Ball intended for Holmes. Now Berger into punt.
2 big opportunities, Jim.
Oh, the big one. The biggest of all. Sure touchdown. Is going to be a flag? Yes, there is. Edgar Jones ran into Berger.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Sliding into the plant leg.
Came over just a year ago today, head coach of the Ravens. Big penalty, though. Roethlisberger looking around. Goes with the short option to Miller. And Lima Swede comes in and throws a devastating block on Corey Ivy.
Offensive line for him down in Tennessee.
Watch out, this is dangerous. Will they get the field goal unit out here?
Got to spike the ball, and it's going to be close. They're not going to make it.
Will they have a chance to get the field goal unit on the field? I don't think so. Harbaugh says, guys, let's go in. Let's just go in. Keep moving. Tomlin makes an appeal for 1 second. That's it.
Yeah, Jim, I didn't think they made it.
No, I didn't either.
Especially in one that you know it's going to be close like this. Don't use those timeouts unless it's about scoring.
2nd and 8, and Flacco hits Mason. 10,000-yard career man. Flacco has the football. Polamalu knows that, and he makes him pay. Third and 11. Flacco, and that ball was tipped by Polamalu.
He read the quarterback once again.
Jared Johnson lined up over the center. The new wrinkle. Looks for a second option, and he picks out the right man. It's Davis for the first down. The fullback generates the most energy, of course, we've heard all night, other than the Holmes breakaway. And look at this. No chance. There is Suggs, who was questionable coming into the game, making a play, making the sack. AFC Championship. Come on, guys.
Everybody's playing.
Sorry, take that question back. Second and 24, looking long, and has Miller, and he shakes off Reed, and there's Lewis bringing him down, but we do have a flag. Team. Super Bowls were on the way, though, from the 28, third down and 9. Now he's going for the big one. Here's Swede getting another chance, and this time Swede does a good job of breaking up a pick. Would have been intercepted by Frank Walker. Would if they made the playoffs. I'm shocking blonde. I'm talking platinum blonde from 46. It's good as gold. McGahee, though, is picking up some chunks. It's out to the 50.
Two defenders up there to make the tackle.
A second down, 10. That's Woodley. Woodley getting the sack. Third and 8 to start the fourth quarter. Jim Nance and Phil Simms here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger gets the first down target. It's Swede with the catch.
Played very well down the stretch and been the difference in this team. One of the differences.
They sent Parker to the sideline on 3rd and 1. They go wide and almost intercepted by Lewis. Berger, who punted in 2 NFC championship games as a member of the Vikings. Oh, he shanks this one.
Wow, that was almost a miss. He's very fortunate he didn't miss the football completely.
Baltimore from the 42, double reverse with Clayton cutting back middle, and Ryan Clark.
They made field goals from here during warm-ups. Matt Stover was kicking them from 54.
Now incidental now because Mason has the grab and a first down.
As you've seen, it hadn't worked out that way.
And 2nd and 7. Flacco. And a flag against the Steelers, Ike Taylor.
Yeah, he shielded, never turned to find the football.
24, defense.
McGahee's going in, touchdown, Baltimore. Running away from the hit. No, Suggs chases him down.
Wow, how about Suggs?
2 sacks now, Phil.
2 sacks. He's had a couple.
McGahee going to lose a couple. They've replaced McGahee with Ray Rice. They fake to Rice. Flacco throws from the goal line, and it's Heat snagging it. Riding out of bounds with Ferrier. Ravens hanging around. More down 16-7. Scored earlier in this quarter. Ferrier was coming in, and the Steelers still get the sack. It is Lamar Woodley again. 3rd and 13. Got to make it to the 42 for the first. Picked off Polamalu. Polamalu going right. The field is open. Aaron Smith shields. Flacco. Polamalu takes it home. Super Bowl 43. Pittsburgh might be bound for that thanks to number 43.
The start of this game, you have to look off and be careful when you look at receivers when you have great safety play. And Troy Polamalu came across the field because he saw Joe Flacco under pressure and looking to his right to Polamalu's left. Watch Troy Polamalu. There he is in the middle. Look at the reaction once again. And he started being a center fielder, a guy that moves around and just follows the quarterback's eyes. He started at USC doing it with Pete Carroll, and he came to the Steelers, and he's carried it over to here.
He might have been also thinking over on that Baltimore sideline, hey, Ed Reed, you're not the only guy that can zig and zag. hit, ball's out. Recovered by Timmons. Ryan Clark is still down. So too is Willis McGahee, and they say fumble recovery, Pittsburgh.
They're good at all three levels. Defensive linemen, linebackers, the secondary, as we've seen all day, the secondary is as rough and tough as the front seven.
Flacco, ball in the air and intercepted by Carter. That will do it. Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. 1:11 to go. Flacco throws a second interception of the quarter. Third of the game. Tomlin's going to go back to Tampa, where he got into the league as an assistant with the Bucs.
Final score, Steelers 23, Ravens
It is official. Super Bowl 43 will match up Arizona against Pittsburgh. Polamalu.
We're going to unleash hell here in December.
Second down, you can see they have 3 wide receivers.
Play fake. Roethlisberger rolls. First pass to Ward. And Hines Ward, with that knee, and Andrea discussed all that went on, got wide open. Roethlisberger gets it away quickly and finds the tight end over the middle, and that's Heath Miller. He loves to go to Heath Miller. Harry Davis. The short yardage package, and this is Russell, and that's a great play by Antonio Smith. Smith out of Oklahoma State in his 5th year will spot it. And the kick by Reed is good. Ken Wisenhunt with the challenge, and this snap out of the shotgun. Fakes the inside give, works it to Holmes on the outside. Gets a block out there from Miller, stays inbounds, and Santonio Holmes has been a big play guy in postseason with a gain of 25 yards. Send as they show blitz. And they're coming. And Roethlisberger is able to step up and extend the play. And he comes back the other way, and he almost falls down. And then he gets it off, and it is caught at the 33-yard line by Heath Miller. And that is something that Roethlisberger does so well. You better have Ted Williams' eyesight. 3rd and goal. Russell puts his head down. Does he get into the end zone? He does. Touchdown.
Stapleton and right tackle Willie Colon right here. They get off well. They get a good double team. They get a push. They push Dockett right back into the end zone. Here's where it all starts, right here. They get him up, then they get him going back, and then they get a
Super Bowl with the Steelers. He plays against the Steelers. A ton of time. Warner surveys, throws, and he hits Anquan Bolden, who's inside the 10, and he gets taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, sooner or later,
then goes back out.
Ran away from McFadden. Hightower is the back, and Warner, as he's been prone to do recently, starts to stumble, and then the pass is caught in the end zone by Ben Patrick, the tight end.
It's usually he gets stepped on by a center, and it's happened in every game that we've seen so far in the playoffs. But Kurt Warner is able to come out of the play action pass and make a perfect throw.
4 from the 22-yard line. Ben protected well, but then has that deflected and intercepted at the 33-yard line. Carlos Dansby with the deflection and the pick. Warner throws, and finally number 11, Fitzgerald, makes the catch. Sooner or later, it took 29 minutes and a few seconds.
Pick down here
from the gun. Steelers show blitz. Here they come. He gets it away, and it's picked off at the goal line. There's a flag thrown on the run back, James Harrison, to run it back, and Harrison is past midfield. Harrison going down the sideline. Harrison still on his feet. Harrison is going to go all the way and waiting for the official to get there. Touchdown is signaled. A flag is down on the run back. Interception return.
Look at him. Do you know that you have to protect against James Harrison because he's such a great pass rusher? On that play, he faked like he was going to rush the passer, and he dropped back into the lane and then made this run. Unbelievable.
It's the longest play in Super Bowl history. It's a 100-yard interception return. Pressure from the backside and the pass, and there's exactly the situation you want him in. Hines, Ward. Tomlin gets the job. 2nd and 9. Parker again. Big hole inside the 10. And then he gets down to the 5-yard line. He's down. The ball came out, but not until the play was over. Berger holding. And that kick is good. With 2:13 it has at this point. From the 25, Warner throws over the middle. Wide open there is Jeremy Urban, who makes the catch. And now the Arizona Cardinals going without a huddle.
Getting anything deep because those two safeties are not letting you get deep.
2nd and 4, and underneath, the pass goes to J.J. Arrington, their 3rd down back. So Arrington hasn't played that much until now.
I am going to have a check down in the middle.
Drive started back at the 13-yard line, quickly downfield, pass caught. Fitzgerald will pick up a 1st down. You see the flag that came in, and Larry takes the ball inside the 10-yard line. And it's going to be a fade for Fitzgerald, who's going to go up and make the catch for the touchdown. And holds it in.
There's no one that does it better than Larry Fitzgerald, to go up and get the ball at the highest point. And the defender cannot go as high as he can go. I mean, he is super, super, super at this. Could take the safety here, too.
Out of the gun, Roethlisberger is going to throw over the middle, and the pass is going to be caught by Holmes at the 21-yard line. Santonio Holmes gets inside Rogers Cromartie, and a flag is down.
Holding offense number 62.
Ooh, that's a safety.
The foul occurred in the end zone.
Safety.
Safety.
Wow. Justin Hartwig is the center, so instead of Holmes.
The safety's deep again.
2nd and 10. Warner has time. Fitzgerald into Steeler territory. 30, 20, 10. Arizona has the lead.
"20 yards deep, and you're going to see that big hole there. And once Larry Fitzgerald gets into that hole, look, the safeties are deep, and they're off looking for the wide receivers. And Larry Fitzgerald catches that ball and runs right through it. Kurt Warner read the defense, knew where he had to go, and he went to the perfect guy in the perfect situation.
Card showing blitz, and here they come. And Roethlisberger escapes and throws, and the pass is caught. Holmes reaches up, makes the catch. Dansby was back there in coverage with him.
If you don't get him and he can step up, he can make a big play on you.
2 timeouts for Pittsburgh. Pass caught. Washington will try to get out of bounds, and he can't. So that keeps the clock rolling. Rushing 5. Ben pumps, throws, caught. Holmes. Francisco falls down. Holmes is going to take it inside the 10, and he's going to get to the 5-yard line. Miller slot left. Washington outside left. Roethlisberger has time. Throws to the back of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown by Holmes.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. The official comes in. Let's just make sure he's in.
Feet down and control of the ball.
Amazing. 3 Cardinals are there. You've got 3 guys.
He had it on the other side in the play before, though.
Right. The right foot is coming up, but it's down on the ground. Is it down on the ground? Does he toe tap it as he has control of the ball? He has control all the way through, and that's the whole issue right there.
And I say he has both feet down and control of the ball.
After review, the receiver controlled the football, came down on both toes, inbounds, touchdown is ruled on the field.
Santonio Holmes, who's had so many big plays in postseason, including that punt run back against the San Diego Chargers. 3 receivers to the right. Warner stepping up. buying time, under pressure, trying to sling it away. Was the arm coming forward? That's Lamar Woodley who got there, and Lamar Woodley creates the fumble and a Pittsburgh recovery with 5 seconds left. Ball is coming out, and indeed they looked upstairs, they confirm it is a fumble, and the Pittsburgh Steelers become the first franchise in history to win 6 Super Bowls.